Hi, everybody. How are you doing? I'm Dr. Gail, and this is Skywalking with Moon. And thanks for joining me today. We're talking about aliens, all about aliens today. I'll start off with a little bit about, we'll talk about implants a little bit, and then I'll start answering your questions. So, thanks for joining me on this Saturday. I hope everybody's doing okay. I know the weather's been bad in some areas, and I hope y'all are all safe. Let me see who all is here this today. I was getting ready to say this afternoon, but I know it's morning for probably most of you. Let's see who's here. Thanks for joining. Okay, I'm scrolling up here trying to find the beginning of the chat. Okay, I see everybody's talking about the weather. Hey, Gary, how are you doing? Thanks for being here today. And hey, Sarah, thanks for being here. Let's see who else is here. Hey, Paul, thanks for joining us. And oh, y'all are really having a conversation there. See, that's great. Great to catch up with each other. Hey, Barbara Hartlove, thanks for being here today. Thanks for joining us. And don't ever, oh, I've got a flash up here that says daylight saving times tomorrow. So everybody remember daylight savings time. Let's see. Hey, Teresa, thanks for joining here. Thanks for being here. And thanks for putting this message up. Greetings, Galactic Tribe and Gail. Please remember to like and subscribe to all channels. Thank you. And yes, that's part of it, subscribing to the other channel that Terry and I have created, which is Galactic Gaia. And you have to put in the V4S to subscribe to it to find it. And it is the healing channel that we have started doing. And we're having different healers give a 10, 20, 30-minute talk about what they do so people can go in there and find out all the different type of healings and what everybody does. We don't know what each other does. So this has been a good platform for us to talk to people and figure out what kind of modalities they use and how they do their healings. So it's been real interesting to meet these people. Hey, Delphi, thanks for being here today. Let's see who else is joining us. Hey, Patricia, thanks for being here today. And she's also did the same. And thank you again. Hello, Dr. Gail and Galactic Tribe. Please place questions in all caps, like and subscribe. Yes, thanks, Patricia. Thanks for y'all for looking out for me on that. Hey, Son of Watt, thanks for being here. Hey, Leah and MEJ. Hey, Liz, thanks for being here today. And hey, the Healing Rose. And yes, I'm going to go in a little bit about implants. Oh, Paul, it's 12 o'clock in Pennsylvania. Yeah, it's 12 o'clock in North Carolina, too. Hey, Elsie Geese, thanks for being here, like your name. And Suzanne, thanks for being here. And yes, she's sending out hugs to everybody, love and hugs to everybody, which we all need that. Thanks, Suzanne. Hey, Spirit Art by Danielle. Hey, Danielle, thanks for being here. Hey, Edward Kennedy. Thanks for joining us. As I said, we're going to talk about implants just a little bit first, and then I'll go into your questions. Let's see. And I'm starting the questions here. And when we talk about starting questions, we start the questions and it goes in a different category on our computer so we can look it up a little bit faster and easier, which is really has helped us. Hey, yet another Linda. Thanks for being here. Okay, and hi, Nana. Thanks for joining us. I was getting ready to try to say your whole name, but no. Just hi, Nana. Thanks for joining us. And let's see who else is here. And looks like this cat is here. You made it to a live cat. Well, thanks for being here. I'm glad you made it to a live. Put a question in if you have a question, and I'll try to put you at the top since you had so much trouble getting to a live. Oh, looks like Patricia's got something good too here. Everybody's got some good questions coming in. And let's see who else is here. And there's Leah to start your question. Who else? Okay. Who else is here coming in? Okay. All right. I think I've got the beginnings of all the questions. So I'm going to go into first. Hey, Rossi, thanks for being here. I'm going just a little bit of implants because we have some new subscribers, and thanks new subscribers, and of course thank old subscribers, and especially my moderators who make it a safe place here for us to talk. Thanks for being here. But I wanted just to talk a little bit about implants. First off, when we hear about implants, we first have fear. We're like, oh no, implants, somebody's controlling me. Oh no. Well, there are good implants and there are bad implants. And the good implants are usually ones that you have direct contact with your probably your family, your alien or extraterrestrial family is probably direct contact, or it's a species that's wanting to connect with you and give you information, and a lot of times information to share. And so those are what I consider good because you want to have that information, or I do. Not everybody wants to have that information come in or to share that information, and you do have free will of saying no and yes, I'll do that. If it's a bad implant, now the implants, okay, so they look like um, it can look like just a piece of wire or a piece of paper. It can be any place on your body. The most common place that I find them is on the pineal gland, and I usually go through the back of the neck to get to them, and also the back of the knees common or the ankle. There's all sorts of places that'll go that they'll put the implants in, and it's not uncommon for it to be more than one extraterrestrial group that does that when you agree to it. Now, if it's a negative implant, now those are ones I don't see as often, but I do see it. And the reason I don't see it is because these people's vibration is lower and they're having some issues. And usually people who are coming into these chats usually have a high or a part of the higher vibrational people that are ready to ascend. And so some of the symptoms, though, of a negative implant I have found is somebody who is sad, depressed, angry outbursts, suicidal thoughts. Those kind of things are usually the ones that, and it's not always, don't think that if you are having those symptoms, I automatically have a negative implant. But I do find those symptoms as one that needs to be examined. We need to take a look to see if there's a negative implant. And so anyway, I just wanted to start off with the implants and give a little bit of information since there's so many new subscribers. And a lot of times, only thing you hear is negative things about implants. So there is the positive side of it too. And so I was very involved in implants, removal and implants. At the first time I was on my very first spaceship, which was on the Astro Medical One, I did a lot of work with the implants, and that's where I got a lot of my information. And when they are implanted, people are wondering why there's no surgical place, surgical mark, why there's not a scar. Well, we implant them with a syringe, and the syringe, when we put it in, we inject the implant, and then it gets larger and then kind of connects to everything. So people don't realize that. People are searching for that surgical mark. Now, if it's a human that's going to take, like your doctor or surgeon who's going to take the implant out, they have to cut to get the implant out. But on the extraterrestrial world or the alien world, we're using a syringe. We're using equipment that identifies where the implant is. And so we can go in with a syringe and needle and just pull it out that way. So that's my information, my short information on the implant. Now, I have a lot of information in my first book. Of course, it's a point where I can plug my first book, How I Learned to Fly a Spaceship. That first book has a lot about the implants and what happened in the implants and more detailed about the surgery. So if y'all want more details, y'all can take a look at that. So, but anyway, let me see if anybody else is joining us today. Yes, well, a lot of people who've heard, hey, Barbara Crossfield, a lot of people who y'all have been around for a long time have heard that story. Patricia has my third book coming along. I'm about halfway through writing it. I probably just finished writing my most difficult chapter, and it was my own personal relationship with an extraterrestrial. That was hard. As soon as I got through that one, which I just finished it yesterday, I think it's going to be kind of downhill from there. So, hey, Edward Kenneth the Fourth, impressive name. Um, Sarah, you're saying you love you love your implants. Wish it was for more than missions. So, well, you're getting information too. You're being educated, which I'm not sure when all that will show up. But all right, let me see. And let me go to, I've already started a lot of questions here, but let me go ahead and see. Um, I remember somebody, I promised them to go first since they're new here, made it to a live. And let me see if they put a question in. Let me see if I could recognize it now. Since it was a few minutes ago, I might not be able to recognize it or see it. I'm going to scroll down here and see if I see a question from them since they've been able to make a live. Okay, so my scroll's not working very well at the moment, which is not uncommon. Okay. Yeah, Patricia, you looking forward to my next book? Yeah, it's a little more personal, I would say. The Healing Rose, well, I love to learn more about the implants. Well, I hope I've just taken the fear out of it a little bit because so many people. Okay, it was you. That was the person. Did you put a question in? Let me look for it. Okay. Sometimes my scroll will scroll down, but sometimes it won't. And there's a lot of people who put questions in before you. So I'm going to see if I can find it, if my scroll's working, and there it stops. Oh, there it is. Oh, it stopped right on you. I guess my assistants, which my assistants are the extraterrestrials. They bring in, they're here with me now, and they give me the information, and my scroll stopped right on your question. So they're helping me out. Okay, Kat, you say, Dr. Gail, I think the new grandbaby girl is a hybrid. Do hybrids usually have birthmarks? Oh, well, I have a story about that one. I don't know if all of them have birthmarks because I was born with a birthmark identical to my mother's. And what happened after when she passed away a few years later, after I had connected with the extraterrestrials and I was working with them, my birthmark disappeared, which I find I didn't talk about it for a long time because I was just really in awe or stunned, or I'm not sure how to say that, but I couldn't believe it was gone. I had that birthmark all my life, and it was on my wrist. It's one that you look at all the time. And all of a sudden, one day I looked and it was gone, but it was after I connected with the extraterrestrials. And my mother had already passed away at this time, so I couldn't ask her about that. Patricia, you too, you have a birthmark on your right hip area. Yeah. So let me check with this because the extraterrestrials or the aliens brought your question up for me to ask that. And it's interesting area to dive into because I really, as I said, I've hesitated. I'm not sure if why I've hesitated on this. Maybe it's because it's so personal. She has the one in the back. She has one back, her head and bottom. Yes, implants is how ETs keep track of their subjects. Yes, and a lot of times it's your family. Daffy. All right, so it's the back of her head. Okay, let me see if this birthmark is her connection. Well, let me first ask if she's a hybrid. Oh gosh, yes. Oh, that's a big yes. She is a hybrid, and the birthmark, yes, definitely is a connection to her family, her extraterrestrial family. So you're right on, Cab. Your intuition is right. And okay, so everybody, I mean, the question is then, but Patricia, are you reading on this also? Um, so, okay, or anybody else in here, Teresa, anybody, if you're reading on this, Healing Rose, you have one on your hip like your mom too. Okay. Kat, she's very alert. Yeah. And she's going to be extraordinary, I think. She's going to be doing some big things in the future. But let me see, are all birthmarks? I'm getting all birthmarks are extraterrestrial connection. Wow. Anybody else reading on this? What are y'all getting? Because this is a really, And the reason I'm asking about this, because this is when I'm reading on something that's personal, sometimes my personal feelings or ideas will get or interfere with it. When it's not personal, when it's about y'all and only about y'all, then I'm okay reading on anything. But when it comes to me being included in that category, which I'm included with the birthmark, sometimes I don't read well on myself. Nina, you're saying we too have some birthmarks in our family with several family members. Patricia, yep, I'm getting the same about birthmarks connected to ETs. Okay, so you're personally tied to it too, Patricia, since you have birthmarks. Are you okay reading about yourself? Nina, you just got tingles. Yeah, you got tingles on this. And yet another Linda saying she's getting a no. Yet another one, do you have a birthmark? Because I'm just getting big yeses on all this. Teresa, you saying you also heard that birthmarks can indicate an injury in your past life. Well, that's an interesting take. Patricia, you can read on yourself? Okay. You're doing better than I am because I don't do well on reading on myself. Yet another thing, I have one on my chin, I think from trying to kill myself in the past life. Oh no. The Healing Rose, your daughter has a birthmark just like yours too. Okay. All right. Well, I am getting that it is extraterrestrial connection. And so is Patricia. And who was it? Yet another Linda goes getting a no. Lee, you have one in your gums, in your lower teeth that's purple. Wow. Yet another, your correction, you're not trying but succeeding. Okay, well, good. Okay. All right. Well, I hope that was a good thing. Um, what is Sarah? What are you saying? I would say if it's the same place and same shape as other family, then yes. If random, just you look them, they're not galactic. Okay, well that's an interesting thing to say, and that probably maybe that would be more correct because mine was exactly the same place, the same size, the same color, same everything as my mother. So then I'm going to ask, or again, because I got a yes or no before, are all birthmarks extraterrestrial? Okay, that to me, I got a no. So it is the ones that are they just told me it's your tattoo. It's your tattoo for identification. Okay, so okay, Patricia, you're saying AA Metatron through pendulums. Let me pull this up. This is a lot, so everybody's gonna read it too. AA Metatron, that's Archangel Metatron for new people. Through, and she's using a pendulum, and this is a pendulum. I'm using a pendulum also. This is about pendulum that I use. And says, yes, my birthmark is associated with ETs. I'm sort of getting an image of when that happened, like seeing myself on the table with ETs around me. Me too, Patricia. That's exactly what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that I'm on the table, that they're getting ready to do a procedure, and that they're tattooing me to know who I am or who's getting this procedure. That's exactly what I see. So, okay, so not all tattoos are connected to extraterrestrials, is what we're getting. But the ones that look like the ones in your family do. So we went really down the rabbit hole on that question, but I think it was important. And it was probably important for me. As I said, I've been really hesitant. I've talked about it a little bit before in the past, but not to go deep into it. Because as I said, when it's a personal thing, I'm not biased on reading. So I don't like to dive into personal personal things like that. Trying to read because I need to read on everybody else, and there are things that I'm not connected to. Okay, Lee, you're saying that's like the wristband at the hospital. Yes, you're exactly right. So, and Paul, you're saying, what if you don't have a birthmark? Then you're out in the cold. True or not? No, that's not true, Paul. I, I don't think that. I think the birthmarks is associated with a certain, let's say, with a certain extraterrestrial group. what they're showing me is that, and I think that's funny, Paul. I think what they're showing me is that if you're going up to this certain spaceship, to this certain group, that is a way of identifying what they have done to you. And so when they bring you back to, like, if you go to any other spaceship or any other place or any other, they'll see that tattoo. They're calling it a tattoo. They'll see that tattoo and know this is what the procedure you had, or this is where you belong, or something like that. It's an identifying thing for other extraterrestrials, and also for them too, just to know that you are the ones that had this done. Carrie, let's see what you're saying. How does a person know who is a hybrid? You're welcome, Paul. Um, well, Carrie, usually I'll read on that, but how I found out myself that I was a hybrid is working on a spaceship. She said you were feeling left out too. Yeah, yeah. Everybody don't feel left out. I think it's just a specific extraterrestrial group that's doing. Just like different hospitals have different color wristbands. If that we're going to identify with that, this is a specific one. This wristband is with a specific one. Okay. So, but anyway, the way I found out, Carrie, was I was not directly told I was a hybrid, but when I was on the spaceship working, and I can see I'm somebody who can see what I'm doing on these spaceships and how I'm working. But when I was on the spaceship and I just started working there, I just had started working, and I was a neurosurgeon, and so when I started my implant surgery, um, that they said everybody who works on the spaceship is a hybrid. Well, I was the only human looking one on, and we only thing we worked on was hybrids. I was the only human looking person on this spaceship, so I didn't think it pertained to me at first. And then when I walked away, when the captain told me that, it was kind of like an orientation. Okay, everybody who works on the spaceship is a hybrid. All the beings that we work on the spaceship are hybrids. Now, of course, they were all looking extraterrestrial and humans that I was working on, but they said that when I walked away from them, going thinking it's not me because I'm the only human one looking on. Of course, I'm human, but then it hit me like, oh, I'm the hybrid. And then a few days later, and it took me 2 weeks to absorb that. I did not know how to take that. But then a few weeks later, my mother, who had passed, came to me and explained how it happened, about how I had my father and mother's DNA, and then they took ET DNA and put it in there also. So I was a hybrid. So, Kat, you don't know if anybody else in your family is a hybrid. I suspect you are. Okay, so Carrie, I'm going to read on you to see, and everybody that's here and who is listening to this information and not running away, screaming and kicking about the information you're receiving from me, saying that this girl's just crazy. I don't know what she's talking about. Chances are most of you are hybrids. If this information interests you and you're not going around running away from it, then you're more than likely a hybrid. So anyway, Kat, you never thought about that. So Carrie, yes, you are a hybrid. So everybody, don't think you're being left out here. As I said, if you're interested in this material and it's not going over your head and you don't understand it, people who are not hybrids do not understand this information. They will not stay in this chat. They will not listen to it. They just stand back and it's overwhelming for them. And they don't necessarily say that she's crazy or that I'm crazy. They just don't understand it. But all of you that are in here understanding this information, you have some kind of extraterrestrial connection. So there you go. Getting to a lot of stuff here. Okay. Hey, Kimberly, thanks for being here. You just missed a good conversation, girl. Okay. All right, let's see. All right, we're going to go up to here and see some of these questions here. Danielle, you want to know if you are a hybrid or a walk-in. Now, that's another area that we haven't gone into. It is that people are walk-ins also. And Sheila Seppi's the expert on walk-ins because she's a walk-in herself, and she has a YouTube channel and books about that. But a walk-in is somebody who comes in and exchanges your soul. Your soul's decided that it's fed up with being on earth, fed up being a human, want to get out of here. And so another soul will come in and take its place because they're wanting to experience the human life. So um, uh, it's a okay. I was in here starting spirit. So that's a good conversation, Danielle. Because since you're so connected with them, do you feel like there was a time in your life that the walk-in occurred for you? Because usually walk-ins know exactly when it happened. So is there a time in your life that you can identify that a walk-in came in and it's usually your whole personality changes? You had an ego death? That's a little bit different. Okay, but I'm gonna ask, because there's a lot of us who have ego deaths. This is like when your soul leaves and somebody comes in. All right. All right. So I'm asking, is Danielle a hybrid? Well, that's a yes. Okay, she'll walk in. No, you're hybrid. But the soul deaths, as I said, are different. And I don't even know really how to explain that, Danielle, about the soul death. Or I'm sorry, the ego death. This is actually your soul walks out and another soul walks in. It was a weird ego death, ET activated, upgraded ego. Yeah, and I'm getting you all this is true that happened to you. But it's because you're a hybrid. Let me ask you again. Was you okay? No, it's your hybrid. You're welcome. A lot of people have those kind of, I mean, a lot of people are asking me about the Kundalini experiences too, where are so some people have such big experiences with that too. Okay. All right, let me see who's got okay. I'm now just getting to the list here. Hey Leah. Um, Not sure when, but Dr. Gail has a birthday. Mine's Pi Day. Yes, Leah. Yes, we both are the Pisces babies. And happy birthday, Pi Day. All right. Thanks for letting us know, Leah. Okay, let's see. Kat, you said, Dr. Geller, I think the new grandbaby girl is a hybrid. Do hybrids usually have? Oh, I already answered that one. Okay. All right, let me get over here. I'm just laughing about she's going to have pie on her birthday. Okay. My start questions have messed up here. I'm not sure what's going on with that. It looks like some of them are, because I saw some of them earlier and I don't see them in here now. Let me see if I need to scroll. Okay. There goes my scroll. My scroll just messes up while I'm doing a show a lot of times because it looks like Sarah has a question. Dr. Gail, if it's my turn, can I please get thoughts from a galactic family about the relationship of cats and dragons? Thanks. That's too broad of a question, Sarah. Too many ways to go in that. Can you break that down a little bit more? Um, so let's see. Because thoughts are just too broad of a question. It needs to be ones that I can get short answers from, not like paragraphs or sentences. So what is it about the relationship of cats and dragons are you asking about? Are you asking if you have a relationship with the cats or the dragons, or um, break that down? That's Sarah. That's just too broad of a question. Why are they such a good pair? I, again, I don't know. I'm not even real sure how to go with asking that because I don't. I've never known of why a cat and are you talking about like in a personal relationship, somebody who's born in as a cat and somebody who's born in as a dragon? Is that what you're talking about? I'm not sure, Sarah. I just need to before I can. Is that what you're talking about? Like a cat born in the year of the cat, somebody born in the year of the dragon, and why are they a good pair? I have no idea. That is um I hate to say that, but I don't know. I think that's more of a human thing more than a galactic question. Um, you're a dragon line, and I have many cats now with me. Um, uh, Sarah, I'm sorry, I don't know where to go. Those questions are, I guess, above my pay grade. Is what I want to say. I'm sorry, I don't know. Um, I don't know. I don't know much about that kind of thing. That comes more to me under astrology, and I'm not very good at astrology. As I said, I am a drag. I don't know if you're saying you're a dragon line and you have many cats now with you. I don't know. Yeah, it's like you're just curious. Yeah, I don't know. Sarah, you probably could tell me more. Susan Millerbrook will tell you, Sarah. Okay, there you go, Leah. I mean, thank you, Leah. So, she's saying Susan Miller's book will tell you. So look that up because that is definitely, I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't know. But astrology and those things I'm really weak at. Okay, let me go to the next question. Paul, hello, Dr. Gail. Question: can aliens appear in our dreams from the mothership? Thank you. Definitely, Paul. Yes, yes, they can. That was easy. And they can, and they often do. All right. Let's see who is next. Ooh, come on, scroll. All right, Delphi, please, any message from my ET helpers. Appreciate your galaxy connection. Oh, well, thank you. Okay, let's see. All right. Well, I'm going to pull a card from Hayden Crawford's Cosmic Family Oracle deck and see what message you have. Divine Wisdom. Divine Wisdom. What I'm paying attention to, though, is the color on it here is gold. Okay, so this is about Archangel Uriel, and it's divine wisdom, and it says wisdom, manifestation, and enlightenment. And but really, what I'm really focusing on here, I don't know why, is the color, the solar plexus, something to do with your solar plexus, and I think uh, it's a lot to do with confidence, Delphi. I'm not sure what's going on in your life, but they're telling me you need to really work on your solar plexus because there's you can do some meditations to help heal that. And Terry and I are going to be doing the Solaris Healing Center next Saturday, which we can focus more on those kind of things. But there's something going on with your solar plexus that you're not, you don't have confidence in yourself, and that you, when you do heal this, your manifestation abilities will be much better. I don't know if that makes sense to you, Delphi, but this is about manifestation, confidence in yourself, and your solar plexus, drawing a line between all of that. But there's some things that you're needing to do to heal those solar plexus because it looks like you've had some either past lives or some personal injuries or setbacks in your own life that's holding you back on that. So, Delphi, does that make sense to you? I hope you're still here. Okay, I'm going to go on to the next. I hope that makes sense. Okay. Uh, oh, Delphi, you do understand about your solar plexus? Okay. Next Saturday, as I said, we're doing the Slayer's Healing Center, and we can try to work on that. If you get in early and get your question in early, we can see if, but you can do some self healing on that, but we can check that next Saturday. Okay. Healing Ways, Dr. Go, do you have any classes you're offering? I don't have classes. My setback on classes is probably paperwork, computer work, getting it together, all those kind of things. Uh, just to show up and teach a class, I would be fine with that. But that hurdle of so much more computer work to do a class, I don't, I haven't, I, I'm asked about that all the time. And thanks for asking that question, but I am asked that question quite often. The answer is I have not done it yet. Maybe that's laziness. I don't think so, but I hate to say that, but I can't get over the hurdle of how much I think work it will be to do that. Okay. I'm so sorry. Maybe one day, maybe one day when I finish writing my books, because right now that does take up a lot of time. Patricia, you say you feel you receive lots of information from your books. It's not almost like a class. Okay, good, thanks. And for maybe that is my formal way of doing it. So teaching a class. But thank you for saying that, Patricia. Okay, let me go to the next. Okay, let's say Barbara. Um, oh, you're saying you're here with your popcorn, almost done. Well, okay. Okay, Barbara, I'm going to pull again out of this Cosmic Family Oracle deck. I'm loving these cards that Hayden Crawford has made. There's so much information, and even in the book, there's so much information in the book, and I'm just getting used to these cards now. We did a show with that. What's that? Monday night? Was it this Monday? We did a show, so I was getting my hands kind of all in it. Then I'm learning all about them. But I'm pulling up Divine Healer, Archangel Raphael. Wow. Healing, peace, and renewal. All right, Barbara, I'm thinking this is, I don't know if you are a healer, but I think this is just to me that what they're saying, this is activating your healer abilities. I don't know if you're already a healer or you're doing any healing things right now, but I'm hearing that this is activating. If you're already doing healing, this is upgrading you. This is some kind of activation. That card is some kind of activation for you. So, Barbara, are you a healer? Or are you practicing healing? I was thinking this huge yes on this. This is, if you're not, this is a direction you need to start looking at. Barbara, you're practicing using energy. Okay, good. Well, this card is activating you through your extraterrestrial guides and everything that you are getting new gifts. So good for you because you're right on the money, and they're acknowledging that, and they just upgraded you. That was something that is helping you upgrade, getting you new information in, an activation. Okay. Hey, Edward. Where is my galactic family from? I immediately heard Lyrans. Holy crap. Wow, do they come forward fast? Usually it takes me a few minutes to get there, but it's the Lyrans, and it is the very masculine, very dominating, very strong. Lyrans, the warriors, they're the warriors. They're saying they're the warriors. Wow. Okay, Edward. They are, they do stand upright, and they look like a lion. They're tan with the big, whatever you call it, around their head. And they're warriors because they're wearing, I don't know, like cross, uh, it looks like something you would put bullets in, but they don't use bullets. Um, but oh, Edward, you said, "Wow, I've heard that before from another reader." Okay, well, they came forth. I mean, they are strong. They are strong in number. They are very present with you, protecting you, moving you forward. Is what I'm hearing. So, so there you go, Edward. All right. I see this question here coming in right now. Sandabar or Sanda Bear. I'm sorry, I'm butchering your name. How do we prepare for first contact here? Well, this is a good way to do it. You're coming in with a group who will be ready to greet them and understand them and be able to explain it to your family. It's basically raising your vibration, learning about them, getting educated, because all of us who are learning about them and knowing things about them will be called to explain it to our family and friends who are clueless, who are don't haven't connected with it, haven't connected with anybody who is off planet or in another world, and it's going to really rock their world. You're going to be the stable thing in the room. Right now, they're looking at you as the crazy person in the room. At that time, you'll be the stable one, and you'll be the one calming them down, explaining things, and telling what's happened. So that is basically how your best preparation is to learn about it, keep your vibration high, seeing if you can connect with them directly, have a direct connection with them and get the information, and just be prepared to give your family and friends grace that don't understand it. If they're not experiencing it, they don't understand it. And it's going to be a shock to them when it does happen. But you're going to be stable, knowledgeable, and calm, and we're in a way that you can explain it to them and calm them down. And because they already know you and love you and trust you, you're the only one that's going to be really the one to be able to explain it to them. So I think that's why we're all having our personal connections, so we can be that strong person in everybody's life to help them transition into meeting the extraterrestrials. Okay. All right. I'm going to take one more question. My voice is giving out, everybody. So sorry that I can't get to all of them. Emmy J, any messages for my Sky tribe? Okay. Let me pull another card for you. These cards are extremely powerful. Oh, another healer, Andromedan healer. And this is healing heartache through solitude. Oh, this is your personal healing. Okay. What this is asking you, Emmy J, is to go within, heal yourself. Look at yourself. It looks like to me what you're doing is doing a lot of healing for everybody else or taking care of everybody else around you. You need to take care of yourself and go within, go into meditation, just go in with thinking, go and sit outside, anything that you can that gets away from distraction and you can focus on yourself. And also, they're telling me focus on your external things too. Like they said, diet. It was a big one. They just said diet, but they're showing me going outside and just sitting outside. And I don't know if this is, I don't know what building they're showing me that they're asking you to go into. Is there something that you're wanting to go into you haven't gone into yet? Because there's a building that you're hesitating going in. I think you have to do this discovery or healing of yourself, and maybe you'll be able to go into that building. I really don't know what that building is. It'll take me too long to get into that right now. Suzanne, you're asking if it's a gym. I don't know. It's right now. It could be a gym, but it is just a brick building that I'm seeing that she won't go into. But I think it's going to take some self healing, paying attention to yourself, taking care of yourself, MEJ, and then I think you'll be able to walk into this field. I don't know if it's a gym, a metaphysical room, or a place, or what, but it's something that you won't walk into yet. Okay, everybody, thanks for being here. Again, remember everybody, daylight savings time tonight. My next show will be Wednesday when I'll be on with Danny Shea, and we'll be talking about the extraterrestrials, and we'll answer your questions again there. And Danny always brings in some good information. So thank you, everybody, and have a great weekend, and we'll see you later. All right, bye-bye.